Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Friday, July 10th, 2026. It's the weekly update. We're all here. Everything's good. Got a lot of things to talk about today. Good morning, everybody. Gonna go around the room first. Let's say good morning to Kay first. Good morning, Kay. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Chilling, brother. Good morning, George. Good to see you here as well.
Hey, good morning, guys.
And good morning to the boss, Mr. Mark. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning. Doing okay. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Glad to be here today. So I had an outline. I made an outline. Let me get some links out here. I'm find the outline. I lost it. Here we go. Here we go. I'll reply to myself in the X. We have the outline, and then I'm going to put some links out. I think first in the order is just general check in with everybody and how's things going. I guess I'll start with Mark. Mark, how anything going on specifically with you right now, or
right now, that's a good question. Let me check a little bit because
I'll come back to you. I know you just got set up. So let's go to Kay. I'll go to Kay, and then we'll go to George, and then we'll come back to Mark. I should have done it that way to begin with. What's going on with you lately, Kay?
Lots of work, right? On the website, on the app, so many good stuff.
Got some cool stuff to talk about with that today as well. Some nice features coming out. You've been doing some good work there. You and Mark and Jay, Agent K, Agent J, and Mark been on the case. George, what are you up to lately, man?
Man, just grinding. I've been I tried to get the attention of some people, trying to get Ansem's attention.
Same.
Yeah, a couple other people on my radar, and hopefully after the updates and the price action, we'll get some more attention. So
yep, the price action helps. I've talked about that. I mean, I don't like to talk too much about price and numbers and those things. But there's no doubt about denying. We exist in a clout-based attention economy. Let's be real. So if we're trying to bring products forward and dApps and things, and it's the same things that we're using for Chief Pussy that they're going to be using for their token, it looks good if it's working for us, right? It makes it a lot easier. If your product's working for you, it's a lot easier to sell it to somebody else, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this week's kind of been an awakening for some people because they see we're still building, and honestly, price is reflecting that. We've had a lot of good buys over the week. You got your normal people selling off, but for the most part, we've been slowly building the floor back up. So that's always good to me, is seeing the floor build. The holders are building, staking numbers are going up. So metrics are good.
Metrics are metricing. The stats are statting.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, especially this week, which we can talk a little bit about the whole Robinhood chain, which I don't want to get too much into that. But a lot of the volume has been shifted over there this week as FOMO has moved around to that. I'm not going to fault anyone trying to make money or making profit, whatever it is, but Solana's where it's at. Okay, that's why we're still here. That's why we're building. That's what we firmly believe in. Yeah, Mark is a guru, and we're going to support all these multi-chain things and all this different stuff. We'll talk about that a little bit today as well. But Solana's where it's at for building stuff right now. I firmly believe that. I think if you're not building on Solana right now, you are you're missing a big part of what crypto is right now today. I'll swing around. Mark, what's new with you? How's things?
Hey, actually, we have quite a few things. One of the big things we've been waiting for is now online on chain, and the first transaction from our dear bot will be coming to this now. Oh, and I forgot to put the comments. Here we are.
Oh, there we go. Oh, good morning.
We might have some live updates.
Doing some. We like to do it live. I'm used to that now. Yeah. So is this for the LP tech? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Aha. So we can talk a little bit about that. I've read the GitHub. I understand the basics of it, but I've been teasing it out to a few people. I think it's really interesting, and I've never seen anything quite like it. But see, good morning, Sig. Good morning, Chris Dev. How you doing? Chris Dev from Emblem, which we have to talk about that a little bit later in the show. Chris is from Emblem Vault and Migrate.fun. Great dude. Gave us a little love this week and made a game. I'll show that in a little bit. Good morning, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. Did I pin the link in the? It did not. Oh yeah, I did. We did. Oh, Kay did. Okay, we're good. So I'll pin that up. And so we are live on Pump Fun. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. Are we live on LinkedIn and Meta too, or no, Mark?
We are live on yes, LinkedIn and Meta. We are live on both.
I love when we get LinkedIn and Meta comments. It's just peak troll. Okay, that Chief Pussy is live on LinkedIn. It's just the greatest. So yeah, do you want to talk about that? I guess we can talk about that if you want, because I think that is the next part is LP and wallet tech. Do you want to talk about that a little bit, or do you want to go to something else for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm actually pushing a little bit of something right now.
Okay. All right, so I'll give you some time on that, and we'll come back.
I just post the link to Meta on Telegram, actually.
Oh, okay.
Chief.
Let me see the outline here. Okay, while you're doing that, I will go through some ecosystem stats. So if you could allow me to share my screen, let me do that. There we go.
Two of the most unlikely platforms.
Yeah, no. Listen, I think my favorite part about what we're doing here, and we talked about it the last time we had an update. We skipped a week, I think, because I'm moving. I'm changing cities. Is that, like I said, most people that do they build something, they have a product they built, they bring it out, they get seed funding, all this stuff. We started out with you CTOing a meme token that George had deployed. And then we just started building ideas from scratch like 4 months ago. That's completely opposite of the way most things go. It's built in public. It just really is. So things are going to be, people are inside the development cycle, and the timetable of that is very different than what people may be used to of having. Oh, there's a release, this thing's out. You're part of it from a very early stage, and there's obviously an opportunity there, and there's also some things you have to bear with as things go. So that's what it is. But there's nowhere else. Like, I don't want to say the wrong things or anything, but if you're here now, you're at the very early stages of the staking is just one dApp. The LP is just one dApp. Real Screener is just one facet. Tibane, the wallets, the iOS wallet, the Google Play wallet, the Solana Seeker wallet, multi-chain support, supporting emerging chains, all these things. These are all. Tibane is going to be an ecosystem. So, would you say that's the goal, Mark, to build a comprehensive ecosystem like in the crypto arena itself, right?
Yes, and I'm greedy. I'm going to go as far as I can.
Oh, I love to hear that, bro. I know you. Like, you're such a nice dude, but I know that you're a brawler, dude. I'm so excited for it.
Oh. You're afraid to share something? I put you online.
Did I request? Yes, that's me. Okay, so while you're getting set up, we'll do some ecosystem stats and overview some of the things we have to come out. I think we're on the timeline where I can. Yeah, so ecosystem stats. Then we'll do that, and then we'll cover some milestones and things. So here's our fantastic website. The website is tibane.net. If you don't know, we build ecosystem utility and support for the Solana ecosystem, although we do also now have significant iOS, Google Play, Solana Seeker, multi-chain support wallets, EVM, Solana, Bitcoin, all that stuff. Go check it out. This is our website. First things first, check out the tools. Everything on Tibane.net. This is a cypherpunk ethos in organization at the very beginning. So everything is either free, tip optional, or cheap. That's the whole idea. So we've got our swap. We've got our most rewarding incinerator on Solana. You can close out token rents. You can burn tokens that you want to do. Like, say you can get a bunch of supply and you want to burn some. You can do that. We've got the transaction studio, which is a little more complicated, but it allows you to set up complicated blocks of transaction steps inside a single signature. This was used originally to help someone whose wallet was compromised unstake their tokens and move it out inside the same block so that no bot could even attack those funds without any Solana in that wallet. It was paid for by a different wallet. It's a little advanced. If you want to check it out, check it out. It's pretty cool. Token Explorer, which looks great in the wallet, by the way. Very cool. I like that. Domain Manager, you can look up your .sols and reserve .sols. Vanity Wallet Generator, completely free, by the way. You can go set up, make up your any kind of vanity wallet. You can then have your own wallet end in Pump or whatever you want. Our fee splitter, so essentially it's the same thing that Pump Fund does, except it's significantly more advanced. It's free, and you can change as many times as you want. So if you have a new Pump token or any token with fees or revenue, you can direct your fees to the PDA program address created by the splitter and change out to however many different addresses you want, as many times as you want, for free. And then of course we have the Pump Fee Monitor, which I think you have to have 100,000 Chief Pussy stake to use that, and it will alert you the moment that your Chief Pussy that your Pump Fund creator fees are CTO'd removed by whatever method you wish. So that's the overview of the tools. The big one that's getting a lot of attention right now is the staking dApp. You can see here some of the overviews. These are the top 5 most rewarding, the pools, the tokens that give the most to their holders. Trend on we have a little trending front page here. So you can see we got number 1 is Tibane the Cat, Chief Pussy, with getting very close to 60 Solana rewarded to stakers, with 55 users. Wagme's number 2, getting very close to 30, just shy of 30 Solana rewarded to their stakers. Love Wagme; they're doing a fantastic job. The stats are statting for Wagme, just Wagme. Deep Nets has come back on, has been donating again, come back up. I've seen Sai in the trenches, building some new stuff, building some new things that tracks KOL accumulations. He tries to track the different wallets of, like, say, Ansem that was sent 65%, and he tries to account for that in his tracking on deepnets.ai, which is the funding things and all that stuff, which is great. Spung Monkeys, just shy of 15, and Wiener, Matt, and we had him on the last update we had, just shy of 50, just shy of 14, still working, still grinding. Really appreciate Matt and Wiener. Those guys are great. They've been huge supporters of us at Tibane, so we love them. And that's that. Let's check out Real Screener so we can check some stats. Since we last had an update, we've gone over 150 Solana in total DApp volume through the staking DApp, which is a huge milestone. Congratulations, everybody. I know Solana is $75, $77 or whatever, but 1 SOL equals 1 SOL. And 150 Solana is a significant milestone. So congratulations. Any thoughts on that, Kay, George, or Mark?
Yeah, I mean, stats are static. I mean, you're kind of hammering it home. People are using the products, and honestly, that's what they're here for. So it's good to see, people are rewarding holders. And I think, we've kind of been like parrots, but I think once someone realizes, like, hey, I can reward my holders, holders can then, like, I saw someone tweet, oh, hey, I've made 5 SOL on Chief Pussy staking already. So, like, this guy's already made back his initial plus profit, and he still has his whole position, hasn't needed to sell anything. So I think there's a significance in that, in people that are actually trying to build and retain holders. So as soon as someone with a big token utilizes this, which is why I've been trying to get Ansem.
Yeah, the 60 SOL and the 30 that Wagme have put in, these are on very modest volume. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
Very like I try to tell people about this, and like you open the pool, whatever. Like, oh, my volume's low. I'm like, yeah, but it adds up. This is this is not $1 million volume day that's doing this. Like, you'd be having 100 SOL in a pool in a day in that kind of scenario.
Yeah, can you imagine what even 10% of Ansem's creator rewards would do?
It would be. I think it'd be like $10,000 a day, give or take.
Yeah, because I think
Chief Pussy wouldn't be first anymore.
Right, that's the greatest part. We are a bit selfish here. I did see your comment, Mark. Chief Pussy's always on top. Okay, it's our house. It's our cat scratch post. You're gonna have to deal with that, but you can always fight for number 2. It's fine. So stats are statting, metrics are metricing. The flywheel is flywheeling. So, doing great. Aggregate market cap is up. We had Chief Pussy's doing pretty good overnight. Some people bought in. We'll welcome you. Come in, use the tech, stake up, and collect some fees. But yeah, I think Joseph said that. There's been a few other people have posted what they've made. Average everyday people that are, getting involved with this token for a while are getting back, 4 to 6 Solana so far on average for just staking. That's significant Solana, right? You didn't sell a single token and you got back 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Sol, whatever it is. Like over on WagMe, I think they have 25 stakers and they put in 30 Solana. So what's that average out to? Almost a Sol each on average, probably more because they've got bigger holders. They've had their pool open a month and a half. I mean, and that's on very modest. That's very modest volume. Now imagine you get some of these tokens, or you catch a big pump, and hype and FOMO comes back in. You can start to see some really crazy numbers very fast. But that said, the way it's working now, it's working and carrying its own weight, and we've done just shy of 153 Solana in DApp volume, and it's huge. And I think it's great. I think having consistent 200 plus users, 150 significant volume coming through all the time. It's not like there's days where nothing is happening. There's always volume coming through. It's working. The machine is working, and that's really different from a lot of the things you see in CT and crypto and everything else. Where come help us. Come with us, and we'll get these things, and we'll get our first 100 users, and we'll get this stuff, and we'll get our first 10,000 in volume. It's none of that. It's working before the hype ever comes through, and I think that really has it processed for most people how huge that is. That this is all grassroots and it's just working. It just works. So, congratulations all around on that. Any thoughts on that before I shift over to the new feature that we shipped during the week?
No, I think we should shift to the new social aspect.
So during the week, we Kay, Jay, Mark, we kind of figured out how to move some things around and get some things working. And Kay's been doing a lot of work on the front end of the website, and enhanced pool pages are live. Blah, 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 blah. You got the big. This is the Tibane staking pool. Some things are moved around so you can see the pool members, view all here. Fantastic. StakeBot, a little over 20,000. I think some 2%. I believe some people rounded that off earlier. I think it was Joseph did that as well. So StakeBot's got 2%, and that's nice. But the big thing is you can now put big, beautiful banners on your pools to customize them, and you can link your socials right here. For any OG tickers or beta tickers, this is free. It's live right now. You just log in with you log in. Oh, WagMe hasn't updated theirs yet. I know Wiener did. Wiener updated theirs. They got their website. They got their Telegram. They got their Twitter, their X account. I believe DeepNets did. Yep, DeepNets did. So that we have. So you can do inter-DApp discovery. The whole point of this is to do inter-DApp discovery, and what that means is, if you don't know, the companies spend lots of money on in keeping people inside their economy, their DApp or their app once they're there. And since we're trying to build a very a semi-permeable ecosystem that's friendly to a more traditional investor than someone who's hyper gambling every 45 seconds and rotating. The way we're building this with Tibane is that people can come into it and then go experience the wider Solana ecosystem if they want, but they don't need to. And a key part of that is having information about your project, your token, your community on the DApp in the wallet on the site so that they never have to leave. So that someone can come in here, let's say that they're a wiener holder, and they come in, okay, I look at that. So they come in here and they see, oh, I see deep nets. What's that about? Oh, so you can come in here, you go right to the website, right to their Twitter without ever leaving the dApp. And then if they want to, they can just come down here, they can hit, they can, okay, I want to do that. And they just hit swap. They come over to the swap page. Now they're a deep nets holder and they stake. See, and they never have to leave the app or the dApp. So it's intentional. It's really important. It seems like it's not a big deal, but it actually is a very big deal for discovery and for incentivizing tokens to come on and use the platform. And it's building a ecosystem, a semi-siloed ecosystem that is separate from the overall economy, where we don't have to depend on anyone outside of Tibane resources and IP. Like, we don't have to depend on any other services to do the things we want to do. It can all be done on Tibane or Tibane.net, or you can go outside of it if you wish. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like you guys added the DEX aspect to this. Social is huge in these tokens, and you always hear people update DEX, do this, do that, and then when the project gets taken over, someone can just or it gets taken over because someone pays the DEX update and steals the DEX update. This way, the pool owner is the only person to edit this. It kind of gives you a little cushion there and a little safety. You got the right information. No one can pay $200 to edit it.
Pay $200 to put up a scam link on something that's doing a lot of volume and hype, and then drain all your holders.
Exactly. DEX has been known for putting up letting scam links pass. So I mean, this will be a bit different than that system.
Yep, and it's like I said, because you have to come in with your wallet and use and verify that you are the token dev or the CTO owner, and then they're the person that updates this info. And again, this is free for right now, especially. It's completely free. All you have to do is launch a token, launch a pool on Tibane.net. Send some fees over, and then just a little bit, and then you can change this right away. It costs nothing. It's completely free for any token on Solana right now. Come in to open a pool and throw this up and have your socials linked on there on a dApp that's doing volume with 200 plus active users right now today, and people will see your banner, your website, all this other stuff, and it costs nothing. It costs nothing. It doesn't cost $300. It costs nothing. The next part of that is we'll go over to the Real Screener. It's not live yet, but ultimately that information will port over to your. The only way to get a Real Screener page listing is to open a Tibane pool and send in some fees to become active. And then once you do that and you set up your info here, that will also then port to your realscreener.net token page. You'll be able to share out your token page. So when someone asks, well, where's the DEX, where's this, where's that? I mean, you'll be able to do discovery right on realscreener.net. And we're entering that arena as a DEX alternative. I'm just going to be blunt about it. I've tried to be coy about it for here until now, but that is one of our goals. In addition to all the many other things we're working on, is we want to be a much more affordable and easy to access exclusive DEX alternative, where only tokens that are actually rewarding their communities can have access to it. And then once they do, the staking pools will always, at a basic functionality, always be free and work. But once we go out of beta, it'll be a small charge to access that enhanced pool information, which will go on your pool and it'll push the Real Screener. But it's not going to be a lot. We're still deciding exactly what the number is going to be, but it's going to be a lot more friendly than the alternatives right now. And again, if you just do it now, it's free. It's going once you open a pool before we go into V1, it's free forever. You're grandfathered into essentially everything because you're helping us build and test while we're doing it. So that's our way of saying thank you to you, is that you get to have experience all the things we deploy as a user for free. Is our way of saying thank you and to help us test everything. So if you want to get ahead of there and never pay anything, just go open a pool now and start sending some fees over to your own holders. We take zero cut.
Shout out to K too for pushing all this through. Definitely.
Yes. Yep.
Great job, bro.
Yes, thank you. KK's been doing great work, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Can't wait to add the social aspects to the real screener as well. It will be look good as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Mark's been doing incredible work, and I've seen both of you working on this as well. I got a question from Sig. I'll answer that in 1 second. But yeah, I'm excited when we push these out to Real Screener, and then we can just sort of take the cloak off and be like, hey, we're looking to be an alternative, token screener. Where and the only tokens on our platform are verifiably sharing fees and rev with their holders, and they've got stats to prove it, like the 391 deposits to Chief Pussy, 58.45 total SOL, average deposit, largest deposit. And to answer Sig's question, the stake depth is the percent of the total supply that is staked. So right now, 40.46% of total supply of Chief Pussy is in an active staked lock on the smart contract on the Chief Staker DApp. So these you can sort by that as well. If you come back here, you can actually. This is the greatest part about Real Screener, is because eventually this will be very popular, and it won't be quite as easy to find which projects, or you'll have to do some legwork. Right now, it's very easy. To eyeball things, but later the greatest part is you can sort by stakers, you can sort by market cap, you can sort by the price, you can sort by the total amount of deposits. So you can see 58.5, that gives you that original 5 number we had on the over page. You can search by number of tokens staked, the percentage of tokens staked, and then you also can see over here some extra details is when it was last updated and what the lock duration is for staking. So, oh yeah, the sorting is incredible. Like, as I said, we've talked about this as a little bit as an emerging market, and it very much is. As we see more and more people are actually getting enough Solana out of their stakings to have sort of covered their initials on some of these tokens. The ability to sort these metrics as an emerging market is really useful. It's really useful. It's unlike anything else that really exists out there, especially on Solana. And again, that's just one DApp. The staking is just one DApp. There's something else we're working on that Mark is working on that's very, very exciting as well. So we might talk about that a little bit today. I think that about covers that. Any other comments on that?
No, I think that covers the social aspect. Definitely a great addition, though.
Oh, it's huge. It's just massive. I'm so excited for it, and great job all around. Appreciate you guys are getting that going. I guess we can circle back to Mark then, because the next part of my outline was wallets and the LP tech. So, circling back to you, Mark. What's your status on whatever you were doing over there, man?
So there's quite a few things that are coming up. I'm going to be, in a few minutes, letting the bot create its first liquidity.
Oh, really?
Because we have one place where the bot already has more than 3% of the...
Yeah, that is DGen pool, I believe, right? Let me check.
Yeah.
I think it's DGen. I can check that.
So congratulations to DGen. They're going to be the
only pooled over 3.5%. That's fine.
They're going to be to enjoy
the new feature, right? The alternative to burning.
Yes. I was trying to say being test subject.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. Let's see here. We're all learning here. They're volunteering. Yeah, so they've got they're just over 3.5% supply in the DGen pool. They've got like a 0.15 sols chilling there. So when you deploy this, that'll actually go active to the new thing, the new tech.
Yes, that
interesting.
Remaining like 0.14 SOL that have been pending are not going to be going to more stake, but are going to go to the liquidity.
Now, is the other side of that going to be live as well, or is it just going to be starting as an AMM for now?
I'm testing a little bit. I don't think I'm going to give the UI just yet.
Okay, that's fine.
A lot of testing will be required to make sure everything works as expected.
Oh, I can imagine. It's really complicated what you're building, and I've been sort of teasing this to people for quite a while. So it'll be. So I won't say too much, but I will say there is a new feature that's coming out, and if you get to 3.5% staked in your stake bot, it's going to start funding something that every token wants. Let's put it that way. Like you want this. It's an LP. Well, no, it's not for into the LP. It's the stake bot. The stake bot will compound its share of fees from the pool until it reaches 3.5% of supply. Originally, it would then start burning supply, but some people complained about the burning, and then we had an idea of a better way to utilize those Solana to help these communities in a way that's, once everyone sees it and understands it, they're going to like it a lot.
Yeah, we did just get a question, by the way.
Where from?
X.
Oh, from yeah. Degen actually, with the way it works is you can stake supply to your own stake bot if you go into your pool. There's an option to stake for another down here, and they loaded once it hits 3.5% of the supply, it's supposed to start burning, and this was the first one to do that, but it happened in a transition period where we were transitioning to this new AMM LP tech. I keep saying LP plus because there's another side of it, and I don't want to give away the farm until we test it a little bit. But they actually accumulated over 3.5%. So they're going to be the only token that got a little over 3.5% of their supply. And,
I think it's fitting the test subject somehow.
It is fitting that the test subject is degenerate. Yeah. So we've got Degen, we got our cute little guy there. They got to update your banner, Degen. Jonathan. Dr. Jonathan Osterman, go update your socials because you guys you're in the lab cage right now, and we're giving you the injection. So they're the first one that's going to test the new LP AMM tech. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's something that everyone wants. It's something that every project I've been involved has tried to do, and it's going to be a permissionless the way it works. So it's going to be. I don't want to say too much. I'll let Mark say anything else he wants to about it because I don't want to give it away. But
I'm just waiting for some code to go live because I've got the flag I've modified.
Okay.
Then anyone with 3.5% or more will be causing liquidity to go to the liquidity pool. I don't know. We're probably going to have to ask or to contact stuff like trading interfaces and stuff like that, so they can pull from our liquidity pool too.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that, and then luckily we have the content at the contact at SoulScan that added our staking pools. We should be able to reach out and be like, "Yo, we got LP pools now too." So
yeah. we're having so many pools.
It's a pool party. It's Tibane summer. It's pool parties, bro.
That could be a nice meme.
Hey, that's one of the main things on Solana people always complain about is LP. So adding a secondary LP that also does something really interesting it's something people want and they need, and just funding the stake bot with some tokens early and it just happens is an easy way to make it happen. So should be interesting to do. I do have a question really quick before we move on because I want to talk about the game. Chris made for us from Emblem as well. Might do something with them down the road in the future once I'm settled into my new house and everything. So I know that the stake bot automatically funds this. Are you planning to allow people to actually manually fund these LPs if they want as well?
Yes, the LP system works like many liquidity pools. You can just add liquidity and receive shares.
Right. Awesome.
And if you sell your shares, you can get your liquidity back. And if the price went up, you get a bit more. I mean, there can be some things that happen.
So it works very similar to the idea of the way Meteora works, like where you can go in and deploy a pool and you can hold your shares and you get part of it and stuff like that.
Yeah, on the liquidity side, it works like many similar systems.
Awesome. So that's good. That's good to know because I know some people may want to set up a USDC pool, et cetera, things like that, and they'll have that option, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I know there was a whole fad going around about having a USDC pool. My memes USDC is better than Sol. So now you'll have this as an option to go do that and also fund something really neat. The plus part, which we can't get into yet, but it's nice.
To be honest, though, the USDC, there's not one USDC runner.
No,
it's kind of like Gone with the Wind, in my opinion. People were all hyping it because when Sol goes up, people take profits on Sol, so
right.
coins in turn go down. So like, oh, this is a great way to depeg from Sol, da 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 da. But I haven't seen one meme running on USDC since the initial launch. So I think it's kind of like, I don't even know, like a fart in the wind, you know?
It was a 4-day bear market meta.
Yeah. So
it's super great to be depegged from Solana until Solana goes to $500.
Yeah, exactly. Until Solana rips and their memes benefit from Solana ripping.
Oh, oh man, I'm on a USDC pool. Everybody's pumping except me. Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone was hyping that update. I kind of saw it as how it turned out. But
there's a lot of things, and so I've said this a lot. When you're in the bear market, it's hard. Like you may have a great idea that will work, but like nothing works in the bear market. Then everyone comes up with these ideas of like trying to, because everyone's just trying to get through, right? Everyone's just trying to get through, keep things going while volume's down significantly and attention's down, all this other stuff. So I always tell people when they're building and working on things is try to take the things you're doing now with a grain of salt, and try to take the things you're seeing other people doing with a grain of salt. You got to understand you're looking through this at a bear market lens. You may have an idea that is an extremely successful idea, but the bear just will not let it happen. And you may have an idea that's really dumb, but people are looking for anything in the bears. You'll see some people glom onto it to try to make it happen, but it's not a long-term solution to anything. So it cuts both ways. By the same metric, when you're in peak euphoria of the bull, lots of things that it's also hard, but like it's such a different period. Things can sneak through and things happen that go to really big valuations because it's euphoria, right? So that's the top and the bottom of the whole cycle. Is that I'm telling everyone right now, and why I'm so bullish on what we're building here at Tibane is that it's working without the machine. The flywheel is flywheeling without anything, without any hype, without anything else going on, you know. And it's working. We have real users. We have significant numbers. Everything's doing what it's got to do. So, yeah, blast. I went to yep. Pump fund launched in a bear. Yep, I agree. And like I said, I've seen the stories where Alon had to go around and DM people, hey, come use my platform. Why don't you come launch token? Like, and all this stuff. And it takes time. And it's very similar that we're building things that people want and need when everyone's trying to shift the attention away and say, oh, Solana's this, Solana's that, Solana's over. Meanwhile, Solana's doing 2/3 of all on-chain transactions right now. Like, I just think just the number there,
the volume on chain for Solana has been, I think, the highest it's been, and price action doesn't reflect that. But
correct.
I mean, at any case, if your volume is continuing to go up and the highest it's ever been, then price will slowly follow behind that. Yep. Especially when we're literally like you said, you know, we're in the bear market. Like people are just starting to become bullish again on memes because they know, hey, I can buy the bottom of all these memes, and
in the bull run, you know, whatever, 5, 6, 7x or more. So I think we're just starting now to see a sentiment shift in people starting to become more bullish. So we'll see how it plays out.
I agree completely. And like I said, I think when people we've had some comments about the token name, this and that and the other. I'm like, no, like I'm not going, like I know that once we've reached certain levels, we will never hear someone say, "Oh, I don't like the name Chief Pussy again." These are the same people that they will shill any token name, the most offensive token name of all time, to their grandmother if it was at a $10 million market cap. Okay, like these are the same people.
I think the barriers of entry with name will go by the wayside when price action picks up. I mean,
absolutely. And I think we're doing very well in general anyway. Everyone's following onto an Arbitrum clone layer 2 built by the same people that turned the buy button off on Robinhood to save the hedgies, okay?
Yeah, that's kind of like what I've been posting about too, because it's like, yes, let's now trust the people with memes that wanted to screw the little guy and turn off trading when you know the billionaires were taking a bath. So it's kind of like it's not really a power to the people thing, Robinhood, as like people see it as. So
it's the exact opposite. And by the way, it is built. Someone was talking to me about it, and they're like, "How do you feel about this?" I'm like, absolutely cold, zero research. I bet it's a hyper centralized layer 2 roll up. And that's the only way it's cheap, and bad things can happen on it. And I get the research. Oh, it's a copy of Arbitrum, which Arbitrum has a draconian security council, which I really liked Arbitrum. It was actually I was one of the first 1,000 users in Arbitrum, but I don't like the idea of a security council that can turn validators off. That seems antithetical to what we do here. And then you take that model. And then you put the people in charge of Robinhood in charge of the validators, the people that turned the buy button off at the top of the squeeze. Things can happen there. Let's be real.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest draw to crypto is the decentralization and the understanding that won't happen to you. You know, no one can turn the buy button off. No one can freeze your money, et cetera, et cetera. And with Sol memes, it's that seamless. With Ethereum EVM, we don't know what's going to happen with Robinhood. You know what I mean? We have no idea. So
I find it ironic with the timeline. People are trying to say, "Oh, they removed the sell button." Some of these people are so new; they don't even understand how it worked.
Yeah, they got to go to Uniswap. You got to go to Uniswap, my boy, and fail a couple times.
Right, exactly. So, like Robinhood on GME, they turned off the buy button when the hedgies were getting squeezed. And then later they turned off the sell button when the drawdown stopped. So retail couldn't continue to squeeze the hedgies, and they couldn't exit once they had turned the buy button off long enough for them to exit those positions safely.
I think they did the same thing for AMC as well.
They did. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
I think there's one other that they did that as well. But yeah, I have not been a big fan.
There was Nokia. There's AMC. There was a bunch of them, and they just like volatility. We got to turn like when they're the billionaires were getting squeezed just a little too much. Oh, you can't buy anymore.
And it's kind of not a power to the people thing, and more power and more control to the suits, so they don't lose their shirts on certain things, and that's just not what crypto is.
And the whole narrative is the tokenization of everything and trading stocks 24/7, all this other stuff. So we did all this stuff. We built blockchain. We built distributed ledger technology, DLT. We got this out there so we could do stocks permissionless on chain 24/7. And then we're going to go trade those on a chain that's managed by the people that turned the buy and sell button off. I don't know about that, guys.
Idiocracy at its finest.
Yeah, peak idiocracy. So I talked a little bit too much about that. Any comments? I don't know if I'm making. Do you want to say anything about what we're talking about, Kay or Mark or anybody, or you want to just move on? Let me know.
No. I saw a post yesterday. Actually, I haven't checked if it's true or not, but it was saying something like around 40% of all Robinhood chain transactions fails. So I don't know if that's true, but it's crazy.
Oh well, it's EVM, so I believe that.
Yeah, yeah.
I was saying you got to go to Uniswap and fail a couple times, my boy.
Yeah, like we're gonna like wait till retail gets onboarded into their first stuck nonce transaction. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait till gas fees go back to $1 gazillion.
exactly. Listen, let's. And I know Mark knows more about all this stuff than me, and Mark probably knows about chains and things that I don't know, like Zano. I didn't know about them. They're pretty sweet, by the way. Like they're a good group over there. But like for the average person, Solana is where it's at. It's easy, it's cheap, it's fast, it's accessible, it's built for the end user. That's why I'm so bullish on it. So, it just works. It's like the iPhone. The iPhone just works. Solana, for the most part, just works. And that's what you want for 99% of the population. Mark,
Yep.
Mark, anything you want to add to this, or are you just over there coding?
Sorry, didn't see it. I was muted. But no, I mean, I'm in full agreement with all of this. I've been pushing things a little bit behind. Behind the curtain. So I'm going to have some things to show, hopefully.
Sure. Like I said, I know that you are a person of import, where me and Kay and George are just trenchers out here. So I don't anything you don't ever want to touch. That's fine. I try to keep my takes very level as much as possible, but and I don't begrudge anyone making money on Robinhood chain, but I remain a Solana maxi. Let's put it that way. So that's what I'll say about that. Yeah. Okay. So while you're finishing up that stuff, Mark, I'm going to talk about. We had a very nice thing made for us by Chris Dev at Emblem. The Emblem is it's essentially a vibe coding platform on Solana. They also they handle migrate.fun, which is where you can move your token in your community from one launchpad to another. Say you are on Bonk, you can go to Pump or vice versa. You can do it wherever you want and relaunch your token, and they help move your tokens through a period and manage the LP and things like that. Pretty great group of guys. We've been talking a lot, and he made a game for us off of their platform at Emblem. I think they are. Let me see his. It's Emblem Vault and Migrate.fun. It's Chris Dev, great dude. So I wanted to highlight the game. This is the game he made for us. It's called Breach Protocol. It's sort of like a it's an any chain. Oh, Wood Metal says, it's any chain. Okay, so you can migrate cross chain. That's neat. I didn't know that. But so he put together this game with Emblem Vault using their AI coder platform, and it kind of goes over the history of Mt. Gox and everything. It's sort of like a roguelite. And so you got the music here. So you got to go around as Tibane. You got to collect the BTC from the Mt. Gox hack. We're getting volatility. There's a big stack. Okay, we're getting it back. And so you get abilities. You get they're trying to. So I cleared. Okay, and then between these stages, it's like a roguelite where you can pick your power ups. And it gives you the lore between the stages too, of all the things that happened between 2011 and 2014 on Mt. Gox. They posted this for us and tagged Tibane, put it out. Very cool of them. It's a neat little game. It's I would go check it out. It's on. You can go find it on his Chris Dev's D2V's X account, and you get to pick your things. So like you can get a 25 faster, bullet time, dash distance. It's like a roguelite. It's very neat. I like it a lot. It's sort of like Vampire Survivors or Halls of Torment, and you get to learn the story of Mt. Gox and Bitcoin lore while you're playing the game. So it's got the tick. Oh, it's actually got the ticker and the price, the market cap of Chief Pussy up there. A link to buy Tibane. Very nice. Appreciate that very much. I'll play one more level. Let's get the bullet time. There we go. Uh-oh. They're in the mainframe, boys. Here we go. I gotta do it. I gotta get 20,000 bit. Oh no, I got goxed. I'm getting. Oh yeah, we got the magnet. There you go.
Damn, bro, you're good. I was playing the game Sig made to us, and I was like, bro, I couldn't finish the first mission.
Yeah,
Sig's game
That's
is good
hard.
too.
It's hard. Big's game is
Yeah.
hard. The second.
I'd be like 5 levels of 6 games. You guys gotta get good.
What? That's
Oh,
impossible.
Master gamer over here.
Then again, I have beaten Halls of Torment, so like I've got some experience with this type of content. I actually thought about being a game streamer one day before I got into cryptocurrency. But so you beat the level, it gives you the next stage here. It says on June 19th, 2011, a hacker used a compromised auditor's login to dump and flood of BTC, crashing the price on Gox to a single cent. There you go. So it gives you the timeline, everything. It links the ticker, it links that. So thank you, Chris from Emblem. This is a great game. We appreciate the little the love and the shout out to Mount Gox, Mark, and what we're building here on Solana now with Tibane. I think this part of the time of the market, the people, the good guys got to stick together. So shout out to them. Thank you for that very much. It's a very fun game. Go check it out on Chris _dev with 2 V's. He's got a post there. I'll post it again from the main account in a little bit. And while we are in here, I think we have the game that Sig made. Yeah, here we go. This is Sig's original game. Girl is a Sig. And this is, let's remember the controls. Sneak and space to run. E interact. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna. The year is 2011. Mark Carpelaze leaves his cat Tibane alone in the Mount Gox office. The servers hum, the keyboards blow. $50,000 BTC await their fates. We got to recover. We got to get the stuff. Okay, so here we go. We hit the green dot, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get it. I didn't think it was fair to show. I'm sneaking. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, you can sneak. Oh,
yeah,
I
you can
understand why
sneak, bro.
I
You gotta read the concontrols, brother. I mean, come on.
It makes sense.
What's this? Is this an update? I need to do that control. I was talking. Okay, so I didn't think it was fair to show Chris's game and not show the OG Tibane game. So got that. I'm hacking one computer. Tibane's hacking. I get to the exit. Okay, here we go. You can also dash with spacebar. See, easy. Mount Gox user report 25,000 BTC missing. Mark Carpelaze needs a minor accounting discrepancy. Email of cat hair was found on the server keyboard. Investigators are baffled. Oh, Tibane, he's a sneaky little guy. All right, so here we go. We're gonna do one more level. Prove I can do. Oh no. We're gonna do it again. Oh, you can knock the books over. Oh, that makes noise. Did you guys know you can do that?
You got all the good tech. I guess Sig might have pushed an update.
I don't know. No, dude. This is what it was. All right, hang on. We gotta swing through here. Hang on. We gotta go fast. See? Hacking. Ding.
Who's a pro player?
Bang. Bang. And hang on, we gotta get through there. Oh, the green gives you the power up. That's what it is. Okay. Oh no. Okay. All right. So I gotta wait for that one. That one's tough. All right. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna beat this level and then we'll stop. All right. Come on back. Banger soundtrack also. Okay, hitting that. Gonna run. Okay, the server cases are in the way. Okay, we're good. I think we can get it. We got it. We're doing it. Doing it live. Oh, we got it. All right, let's get it. Oh, easy. It's just that easy. Look at that. 100,000 BTC vanished from the Mountain Gox hot wallet. User report failed patrols for weeks. Mark, security footage shows only a cat walking to the server room at 3 a.m. Amazing. Incredible. So we now have 2 games. One is linked on Tibane.net. Right here under more. That's the one that Sig made. And then the other one you can find on Chris's account. I think let's see if I can find the game link. The links, Chris, I'm not gonna lie, the link's a little sussy. That was the feedback I got. The link was a little sussy, but it's a good. Hang on, let me find the link and bring it over here again. I think you used I understand on a personal level the tiny URL usage. It's easy, it's simple. But some people were a little hesitant about that, but it's still a great game. Let me link it out. Hang on, find it. Where's it at? I know that they're doing some staking stuff at Emblem. They got some cool stuff going on there, so go check them out at Emblem Vault. Where did I lost it here? Let me see. I lost my link. I think no. Okay, we got to go down more. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So the link is. Here we go. No, here. I got my link here. The link is. It's tinyurl something.
Think we lost.
Yeah, we lost Van.
Must have closed too much of the browser.
Yeah, you must have all the factors. Oh,
That happens.
I'll be back.
I'm trying to push a small update on the website, but it's not refreshing, so I'm having a little bit of trouble, but it should be good soon.
You ran out of data?
Here we are.
Hey, I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
My own window. So yeah, the website is tinyurl.com. tinyurl.com/Mount.Goxcat. That's what their game's like that. So thank you, Emblem Vault. Thank you, Chris. Fantastic. Yeah, tinyurl.Mount.Goxcat. There it is. You're updating the short links, no doubt. Yeah. So thank you, Chris. Thank you, Emblem Vault. And migrate.fun. Check them out if you want to move your token from one chain to another or different launch pads. Yeah, that's that. I think that's pretty much everything for our outline. Let me double check that. I think it is. I could actually ask you about this. I saw that you were interacting with the Cardano ecosystem a little bit, Mark. I saw
Yes.
that. Would you like to talk about that?
Yes. I mean, something that happened with Cardano is a wallet that didn't sign transactions correctly.
A second FI had some issues, right?
Yes. There's a lot of things involved. The company behind it is actually called Go, something like that. Sorry,
I saw that you were asking should Tibane wallet support ADA, and I think it's kind of funny given everything there. It's not a bad idea. I think
that shouldn't be too difficult to add, and we can add all the Cardano specific stuff into specific screens.
Yeah.
But our wallet use a fairly advanced technology, and I can guarantee that we do proper signatures.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I could say that. So maybe Tibane will become the preferred Cardano wallet.
And now
Man, that would be funny.
the wallet's live on iOS now, correct? The iOS Pass.
Yes, there is one update that I'm having Apple review right now that will improve things a lot.
Yeah.
I think we have another update that's on test flight, but not live yet.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that'll be big when we go live on iOS.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we can already use the iOS app. It just has a few quirks to fix.
Yeah, like we're live on
most
iOS, Google Play, and on the Solana App Store now. So
Yes.
just
everywhere.
everywhere. So just like I said, be aware that this is there's a few things like development is ongoing. Let's put it that way. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
You're in the middle of something at the very early stages. So development is ongoing. But I have the wallet on my phone. I've been doing swaps. Like I said, on the iOS app, the Token Explorer, if you go to your wallet, that I like when you click on.
When you swap, the fees go to the splitter, and 50% of those fees go to the staking pool.
I did know that, and I think some people in our community know that, but maybe some of our newer, because we did have some people that they hopped in with us. They may not know. The average new participant may not know, and this is something that's interesting.
That might be good. That might be a really good post to push through, so people know that all the swap fees from the iOS, Seeker, Android app, 50% go directly to buying Chief and into the staking pool.
Yeah, I mean, what other wallet gives 1% of the fees, much less 50% of the fees.
Yeah. You will see here in the tools, we've got the splitter. And actually, there's one splitter that's called Tibane.sol. This.
Yep.
And you can see it's 50% to me, 50% to this is a pool. So this is for the development cost and everything. You can see it as a Tibane.sol. And you can see, actually did receive quite a few things. So each time people exchange stuff, some of the fee arrive here into the form of different tokens. So we have a sell button. I still need to see if it's going to work correctly. And so that I distributed a bit earlier, there was 0.05 or something like that went into the distribution.
Yeah.
So this is working actually. And if you look here, you can view this on SoulScan. So yeah, it's not a lot. Like it's
I think I can't remember the exact number it's gone through, but I think I made a post at the time. Like a fraction of a Solana has gone through so far.
Yeah, as you can see, each time there's something happening, like in the last few days, it comes from OKX DEX, which is the DEX we're using right now in the app, and it directly comes in the form of Solana and whatever token is being exchanged.
That's a pretty big swap on there with the value. That's not. I don't think people understand. I've been sort of slow playing things while we're building things, and I try not to say too much because, people are worried about stuff. But 50% of all tips, fees, and other rev that comes in through Tibane services deposits to the Chief Pussy staking pool. Swaps on the wallets, swaps on the website. Service tips for the incinerator.
The Chief Pussy flywheel alone is enough to build the chart. So as long as people are using the wallet, which I think will be a huge addition once the update gets pushed through on iOS, because most of our users, I assume, are iPhone users.
I am. So
I think that will honestly bolster the progress on the wallet, because obviously, like I said, most
the second flywheel to a flywheel.
Yes, exactly. The double flywheel of Chief Pussy will be elite.
If you remember, I made the image. It's the infinite flywheel. See, that's like it's not just one flywheel, because also all of the stake bots that are in all these various pools, we don't take any percent of your cuts of your fees, but the stake bot, once your project goes above 100,000, it does start to take a small part of its cut of fees, like that anyone else gets, and it also deposits those to the Chief Pussy pool. So if you're over 100,000, I think it takes 5% of its cut of the Solana from fees and sends that to the pool. If you're over 500,000 market cap, it takes 10% of its cut of fees and sends that to the Chief Pussy pool. So it's layers. It's flywheels within flywheels. It's biblically accurate flywheels.
As I was saying, by the way, you see this 26 is Chief. This is a Chief splitter actually. The latest transaction, if you look at the balance change, it's minus 0.05 as it was on the splitter. And you can see here the pool with its nice icon receiving 0.025 Solana from the swaps that have happened inside the app.
Yep. So it's like when you get your first dollar on the wall of your new business, we got our first $1.95. It is functioning.
Plugged, and it's fully transparent on chain. Because like everything you've seen here, all of those swaps are actual swaps that have happened in the app. That's the track remains on chain.
Yeah, it's all on chain. It's all permissionless. It's all there. It's all set up. It's everything. So like the plumbing is set up, and it's been primed. There's a little trickle coming through. It's all just waiting for the flood to come through, and people and so much of what you can. The most important. I've been through a couple cycles now. I know George has been through a couple cycles. Mark, you've obviously been through a few.
All of them. All of them.
He was literally here like before the first cycle. Okay. you want to position yourselves to be ready for when the attention comes back. And the way stocks and everything is running right now, the transition back to all the stuff they want to do, and you can correct me or stop me anytime if I'm wrong, Mark. All the things they want to do, like tokenize stock, tokenize assets, tokenize your mortgage, tokenize your insurance, tokenize your car, all of that requires DLT. Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
It requires it. So this idea, this generalized FUD that, oh, blockchain has had its day and it's over, it's completely incorrect. All these things that they are doing right now, and in Western Union is tokenizing settlements, and they're doing collaborating. All the big companies are collaborating on stable coins. All this stuff they want to do. We're all talking about stable coins, all this stuff. It requires DLT. DLT stands for distributed ledger technology, which is Bitcoin is the most well known. There's other ones that are older. There's different variants. There's proof of stake, proof of history, all these different things, privacy chains, all this stuff. But at its core, all this tokenization they want to do, this tokenization of everything movement that they're all buying into. Well, stocks are ripping, and everyone's saying crypto's over and had its day. It requires crypto. It requires DLT. It requires blockchain to work. Tokenization of everything does not function without an open DLT distributed ledger to see all these things that are happening on chain. Yeah. So don't let anyone convince you that it's over, because it is at its core intrinsic and necessary to all these things they're doing with big money pumping on the stock side of things. It requires cryptocurrency and blockchain to do it.
Yeah, cryptocurrency blockchains are easy to build, but they are not easy to build right.
They're not easy to build right. Yeah, go ahead.
Just to return to our example, we have the page online here, where what happened with SecondFi, Cardano, is what basically could happen to anyone if you're not careful.
Yep.
In the case of this way specifically, I did investigate a bit. I did talk actually with the developer that wrote the piece of code that caused all the coins to go away.
Oh, really?
Yes, I've exchanged a mail with him because I wanted to make sure like his tweets were really who he claims to be. And he gave me enough information for me to be quite confident that he is who he claims to be. But he left the company maybe something like 1 year ago. And at the time, he was working on a multi-chain, basically what we have with Lib Wallet, which is our multi-chain wallet system adapters, but for Cardano. But at the time, what he was working on was a prototype. It was not meant to go live. They're playing around with the ID. And the signing code, he wrote that, I guess, just looking at some stuff online. And what happened is when you have a signature with EDDSA, it's a little bit of complex thing, but you need a secret. We call this the N1s. Normally, the secret you compute with your message, but you prefix your message with a part of the private key so that nobody can guess what the N1 is. But in this case, the private key wasn't properly passed. So the secret was just built from the public message, which anyone can see, which resulted into the attack we've got here. So as you can see here, normally with the prefix, everything goes fine. And if you forget the prefix, things are not fine. So I did spend a bit of time trying to find more information. I did actually contact also Emergo, SecondFi, to ask them for comments. They didn't respond to comments.
I think the analysis is really in depth, and I think it's also, I think, and maybe you can comment on this too, with this incredible deep analysis you did on the Cardano incident with the wallets and things. Is everyone's always like, I'm hearing every cycle or so, there's the narrative of they'll just build their own chain. And I'm hearing that's coming up again, like, oh, we don't need Solana, we don't need Bitcoin, we don't need ETH, because they'll just build their own chain. And I think this goes to show how just building your own chain is extremely complex.
Yeah, there's so many things you can do that will come back to bite you later.
Right. And then it
I-
becomes an issue of like just maintaining the chain and having it, volume and transaction, those things. So even if you do everything right, then it's like, then you have to find reasons people to use your chain too, right?
Yeah, that's also quite important. If your chain exists and nobody is there, I mean, at some point, I remember many, many years ago, everyone was building social networks. We've seen
Right.
where it brought us.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Everyone's trying to. Right. So I think there is some of that. Like there's the first mover, fast follower ideology, and it's smart to be a fast follower, but at a certain point when you're down the line of like you've become a slow follower. It may not be worth like that. I think it's super. I love this analysis you did, and I think it's a huge intangible of the Tibane ecosystem is to have your input on all these things that are happening, and it's great to see you looking into them, doing this analysis that I think is unique to who you are, Mark, and it's something that you can't find anywhere else, and it's a nice way to bring some attention to the Tibane.net website and the ecosystem. But yeah, making a block, everyone just like, oh, we'll just make our own chain. Making a chain is hard. And even when you do your chain and you have a dedicated team and you do things right, there big hacks happen. Even if you do everything, things happen. This idea that, oh, we're just going to make our chain and everything's going to be hunky-dory, it's going to go smooth, and we'll have tons of users. It's not how it works. It's just not how it works. And I think that's another bear market narrative. Like, oh, they'll just make their own chain. They don't need Solana. I think that will prove long term to not be true.
Yeah, I've been digging into the advanced crypto things and things like that for a while because one of the reasons, by the way, that I'm covering this as a calendar event is I want to make sure our wallet is perfect. And the best way to make this is to see where others are failing, learn from their failures, and making sure that we don't fail in the same way. For this one, it's a very simple failure. It's I don't think it's basically a failure of the code. It's more a failure of the corporate structure itself, where you've got some guys that left the company more than 1 year ago who authored a library that ends being used in production without any kind of auditing. That, I mean, what I hear is that the company that released the wallet is one of the Cardano founders, like one of the big three. They should have been able to put some money into getting the wallet audited before they released it. A software audit for this, you can go as low as maybe $20,000.
Right.
And that shouldn't be too much for a crypto company. So it's actually wasn't, and once we it wasn't ED 25019 done wrong. It was corporate failure by just taking code that some guy made and the guy is not around anymore. Maybe someone else worked on it, but they didn't see that some of the parts were not done right. And I did ask, I mean, I contacted SecondFi and everyone to ask them, was the code audited ever? Do you have any plan to audit it in the future? And the response we have now is that the company is just planning to leave the Cardano space after refunding everyone. So. But they're going to pay a few $1 million to refund everyone. They could have paid an auditor to look at the code, or they could just put $20 into an AI. The AI would have found this issue.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Well, it sounds like they pushed some code that wasn't ready for prime time to prime time, and they should it hadn't been oversighted. That's like you said, they could have been a little proactive and paid a little bit of money, but now they're gonna have to pay a lot of money.
That's a common failure model for companies. Actually, you have things that are done and people are not around anymore. New people take over and they think, okay, it's done, let's go with it, and it leads to disaster.
And Mark, to be clear, our the staking DApp and the new LP tech have both been audited by Fable 5 before it was taken away. Yeah.
Yes, and Fable 5 is back, by the way.
Oh, okay. Just new guardrails on it, I'd assume.
Yes, but the new guardrails, you cannot ask Fable 5 to do a security audit. It's going to tell you no, but you can ask it to verify the code and make sure everything is state of the art. I like to use that word with Fable 5 because he likes it a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, that people don't understand, and I'm sure I dabble in AI myself. That's how I made my Truman Show van this morning. I was dunking on people after a little run up, but people understand that sort of how you talk to the AI is sort of part of the programming it. You're like engineering it to do things you want. That like you're like, oh, I'm not asking you to do this. I'm just asking you to do this instead. So that's interesting.
If you look at one of the projects I've got, I'm going to talk a little bit about that quickly. This is pure crypto. This is a thing you're not supposed to do at all because running out your own crypto is typically the best way to get to lose harm or a foot. That's what happened actually with Second Fi. But this has been thoroughly audited and tested, and you can see all those commits. Each time, if you look here, especially for the recent one, you see this is Claude Fable 5.
Yep.
Doing analysis, security checks, optimizations to improve the code here.
Yeah, I saw that on your Git. The contributors are you and Claude Fable 5.
Yes.
Interesting.
But this is, normally you don't do that, but I've done this, and this is being used for the wallet. And of course, I did review the code myself too, to the best of my capabilities, but Fable 5 is really, really something.
Yeah, they're getting better all the time. They're very good. And like I said, I'm a low end user, mainly for memes and I use it like for random suggestions about like how much can my car tow, for example, things like that. And it's like having a friend that actually knows some stuff, which most people don't have a friend that knows anything. So it's nice, but you're using it at a very high end level to do things.
Yeah, it's always a bit of a pain to try to get Fable 5 to do the security work. But if you look all the things here that have been happening, it's very high end.
It's doing it. Yeah.
And it's doing it.
Very
so
interesting.
Good to know that our product is audited. It is checked.
Yeah, and one thing that's quite important with AI is to audit 20, 30, 40, 50 times, because each time you clear the AI's memory and you start again, it might find something else it didn't find first. So it's not the work of just running an audit once and being good with it. It's running it every single day.
Well, you said that you're doing adversarial, essentially.
Yes.
You're having the AIs continually try to break it, basically.
There are actually, each time the code here is modified, there are tests that are run for every single potential scenario of attacks and things like that to make sure that everything is good. Test.
That's great.
Look, you've got lines and lines and lines of tests, thousands of tests.
So it's been security tested a lot, is what you're saying.
Yes, and it's retested every time something is being changed. And every day or so, I get the ISO to do a security audit of the code to add new tests or to try to find issues. So it's a repetitive work, but the AI is not finding anything anymore, by the way, which is good news.
That is good news. So I think
has been able to find 0 days in the Linux kernel, to find so many security issues and so on. Is not finding anything anymore, which means that
to the best of your human and AI ability, all the issues have been ferreted out.
I'm quite happy about this.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. So that's I know you work, and I see you up in the middle of the night working, man. You and Kay and Jay, Agent Jay, working on stuff, and me making stupid memes and
Yeah.
going into call channels and dunking on people. So we're all doing our best.
Speaking of stupid things too, by the way, I've made a small tool for people who are more into the math side.
What's this? Oh, what am I looking at here?
This is, you can type for 1 + 1. I tell you
Okay.
this is 2.
You're on my level that I understand. Let's see how far we can go with this.
And you can do a lot more because, for example, let's say you want a random prime that's, let's say, 1000 bits. You get a random. This is a prime number.
It's a prime number?
Yes. This is guaranteed to be prime. I can go much smaller, like here. 163 is one prime number.
Okay. So that's under 250, a prime number, right?
Yes. I just tell it the maximum here, and it just does it. And you can do a lot of things with that. Actually, if you click on the docs, you get all the things that this can do.
Oh, that's cool.
You've got elliptic curve mathematics, so you can actually generate your Solana address and sign transaction with this in theory.
Oh.
You would need to know a lot about how things work internally to do it right. But this allows me to test and play around with things when I need to. I actually did post on X a small version of this where you can discover how RSA works, because I like to show people how RSA works. It's a nice, simple one.
Right.
So if I share this tab instead, here I made a very simple example with 2 to the power of 16, which is 65,536. So you've got 2 prime numbers, and then you generate some values that give you a private key. And let's say I want to encode, I've got my message 42. I encrypt it. This is a number that means nothing to anyone, but if I decrypt it, I get back 42.
Okay.
You get the whole receipt, and each time you refresh this, you get new values, so you can see how it works.
Oh, that's cool.
But basically, the thing that makes RSA work is you've got those 2 values. This one needs to be very large, because if it's not large, you can factor it. And if you factor this, you can see we get back our 2 original values, which would be a disaster if we are able to do this on very.
So you
very
can break your key, yeah.
Yes, this is a very small key. This is a 16-bit key. Internet typically has 2048 bits keys, so it's fine. But eventually, this is what quantum computers are going to make easy.
Right, because it can do so many more calculations per second.
Yes, and because the calculation can recurse on itself without cost.
Oh.
This is actually the big thing with this. And you can, of course, do a lot of other things with that, by the way.
That's a very neat tool, especially for someone that's got a, there's definitely people that have use for it, for sure.
Yeah. You got a few features, like I showed you you can solve equations too. So x plus 4 equals yon, x is more than 0, y is more than 0. Solve for x and y. And you see all the values possible for x and y that work.
This is going to become a very popular website, or around finals time.
Yeah, this is by Mathematica. You've got Wolfram Alpha. I don't know if you know.
I do not.
This is what I used to play with when I was a kid. So you could do the same thing, by the way. Just do 1 + 1, and it tells you, 1 + 1 is 2. But this one is actually communicating with the server, and there's a lot of things happening. Of course, population US, for example, you get the population US. You can query information and do lots of very interesting stuff.
You see that, kids? If you're in school right now, you got to pay attention to the Chief Pussy update so you can figure out how to get all your stats and data so you can do your homework.
Yeah, the big difference with this one, Mathesis, is this is fully offline.
Oh,
So all
that's
the
cool.
functions you've got here, you can plot a 3D graph if you want.
This would have been useful on my ACTs.
But because this is offline, you can also do communication and computation, like generate prime numbers and so that you wouldn't do
That's
normally.
cool. That's cool. Yeah.
And
neat.
yeah, the solving system is based on, you've got a small UI, if you type solve and you click here where you put your constraints, what you want to solve, and it's going to create the thing for you.
Nice. So then you can still show your work. You just got to copy the stat. You got to.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got something like that, for example, you can just share here, or you
Yeah.
can copy a link
That's
and
cool.
share it to someone.
That's awesome. That's a neat little utility you put together there. I will never use it, but I'm sure there are people that will.
There's virtually no limit. Like, you want a large number, you get a large number.
Big number. It looks like it's the reason that Path of Exile won't let me have numbers on the screen. Because number big.
Yeah, big numbers.
That's awesome.
Big.
Big. It's big.
So yeah, just to say, like, the things I've been working on, like all the crypto stuff, don't seem to be related at first, but this is actually a lot of this coming into the wallet, and a lot of this also coming for security and improving, making sure they're strong.
Well, like I said, we're very early. Like I said, I always use this analogy, and it's kind of corny, but when you're building a house, right? You said you say, "Oh, I'm going to build a house over there," and people are walking by, and you just see you digging a big pit. I'm like, I thought you were building a house, you idiot. What are you doing? But like the most important part of your house is your foundation, and that's where all the most critical work is done. And it's not pretty. It's not fancy. It doesn't, it doesn't always look nice. It doesn't look anything like the finished product. But that foundation, the basement, the block, the walls, the cement, that's the most critical part. Your slab is your most critical part, and then you can build as high as you want on top of it. But if you go short or muck around on that part, it's going to affect everything later. So I can definitely see how things that you're working may not seem obvious to people at the time, but later they will all come together and be important to what you're doing. And like I said, I've tried to stress to people there. You're still. I mean, there's a lot of things we have done, and we have real users and volumes and TVLs. I think. Oh, I haven't even looked at the TVL. TVL is probably over 300K now since we had our little pump. But let me check the holder count. So that's oh yeah, way over. It's probably like 350 right now with WAGME being up too. So TBL's over 300K. These numbers are great, but you're still very early on in everything we're doing here, and it's all being built in public every day. You working on it, Kay's working on stuff, and Jay's working on stuff. So some things may not be obvious to you at the time, but hopefully people are able to grasp the over structure, and hopefully these updates help people see the over build of what's being laid out here as an ecosystem.
I couldn't have said better.
Again, I like that you said that you're greedy too, because I know you're a really nice dude, Mark, and becoming friends with you has been a highlight of. I've been in crypto since 2017, and just becoming to know you and work with you and be working on the same with you has been a highlight for me. But I know you want to conquer some ground too. I can tell, and I want to help you do it. I want to be there for it. So,
thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, it's been the highlight of my life too, to come on Solana and meet you and everyone here. That has been very life changing, to be quite honest.
Good. I'm good to hit that. Yes, I'm glad it's rewarding. I think we're going to be going. We're here for the long haul, bigger and better. I think as more and more people on Solana figure out how serious you are about what you're building here, and as other blockchains like Zano and Cardano figure out how serious you are, Bitcoin, obviously, even the EVM guys. Maybe we can get Charles Hoskins in here for a live stream one week. You never know. With anything can happen. This is the one people that think that people account for. This is cryptocurrency. This is CT. Literally anything can happen. We could have Ansem in here next week. You don't know. Anything can happen. The right post, like Kay, who stepped away for a minute. Kay got Alon to reply to him, and things went crazy with the Alon token, right, George?
Yeah, I mean, we could have Tyler in here one week. You never know. You just never know.
You never know. Like that's the real beauty of it. And everyone's down because it's the bear market. Anything can happen at any time. You don't know what's going to happen. So I'm excited to be here. I think we're doing great. Everything is proceeding as it is, and all the people that are here early and supporting us, we appreciate you. We thank you so much. But yeah, there's a lot to be built here. There's a lot more work to do, and we're gonna keep doing it. We're doing this for 5 months now, and I have no intention to stop. So. Do we have any new memes? I haven't checked the memes on the site. Do we want to eyeball that? I don't know.
Yeah, I did have a look. We only have one meme, which for 2 weeks is not much. I was hoping more.
Yeah, we got to get more. We got to get the word out more. Maybe we should put up another post about Chief of the Week, so that way people, new holders know.
Yep.
I feel like it's only like 4 members that know that we actually give away some supply.
Yep. So especially since now the Chief of the Week is now it's like $55. That's not a small bounty. That's
Posting a meme.
Post for making a meme.
Maybe we should change it too and have it be the one that gets the most interactions on X, so that way we could
promote it.
Like, yeah, it'll promote the token, bring us more eyes, etc.
We could what we could do is not necessarily say the most interactions because they'll bot it, but we could say we can say interactions will be considered in the weighting.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We'll work on that for next week. We'll try to get a promo out that way and be like, tag Tibane Labs and put your meme out and put it on the website with your link, and then we'll use that because it's $50 is $50. I mean, come on, that's not a small for a meme. Come on. So Chief of the Week postponed this week. We're gonna look for it as over the weekend and going into Monday. We'll get some new posts out and things. I am changing cities about 5-6 hours away, so I'm finalizing the sale of my house in the next 10 days. So I'm a little all over the place. I'll do my very best to stay locked in and help promote these things and all that stuff, but maybe a little wishy-washy on my end. But in general, and as always, I appreciate all the members in the community, all the people that do raids and the telegrams, post everything on X. Please keep doing that. All of our friends were making an ecosystem, all these different tokens, and everyone, we appreciate you using the staking dApps and using the LPs as it comes online. Watch out for all that stuff. Kay, George, Mark, appreciate you so much. Go to George for any final word. Anything else you want to say before we close off?
No, I think that's about it for me.
Beautiful, brother. Good to talk to you as always.
Yeah, definitely good update this week. I think we got a lot on the horizon.
Yep, I agree. I think Kay had to step away, so we appreciate you, Kay. All the hard work you do. Thank you much for the updates and the websites and everything you've been doing. Mark, any final words, friend?
Maybe let me just run the thing that will run, and hopefully do runs.
Yeah, and we'll see we'll just watch for updates on that.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time this is going to run, so I'm probably going to see, okay, I need to fix that and be back to coding something.
Yeah, I mean, everything's being done live and in real time. So, but I mean, you've shown the process of how everything is being looked at by AI, all the adversarial, run throughs and everything by the AI, to hundreds of times of looks through and everything. but you're in the dev trenches with us. You're part of this with us. So, but watch for that and keep an eyeball on it. And if you have a token on Solana, literally any token on Solana, go to Tibane.net, open a pool for free, start sharing trading fees or any other rev with your holders for free. We take zero cut out of it on Tibane.net. Follow Tibane Labs on X and check out RealScreener.net too as we start to push into that competing market with token tracking and things like that. So appreciate you guys very much.
And I appreciate you very much too.
Yes, likewise. I appreciate all the work everyone's doing. Let's keep pushing this forward. I think we got a lot of big things on the horizon.
All right, everybody have a great day. Mark, sign us out whenever you're ready. I appreciate you. Have a great day.
Have a good day.